Later on, maybe through special provisions, I will pursue greater transparency kung sino itong 1.5 billion na ito, that indeed they are students who are deserving of this allowance. No? Third, nais ho naming magbungkahi na ibukas rin natin itong test sa mga nursing students para sa RLE. No, alam ko naman yung test naman ay para sa kung anumang expense, di ba? Na kailangan ng kabataan. But once we indicate that it can be used for RLE, I think it will be a big help for our nursing students. Pang-apat, itong category na at risk of dropping out, no? Na baka maganda rin kung meron tayong pondong nakalaan, maybe it's the balance of the 4-piece, kasi malaki rin yung perang yon, or maybe we can even augment it further, Mr. Chairman, na yung mga estudyanteng maybe at the beginning of the year, di naman sila kinakabahang magda-drop out, pero dahil may nangyari, ay kailangan nila ngayon ng konting tulong. No? And this has happened to many young Filipinos, many families. Sana pwede rin silang kumuha ng tulong sa ating mga eskwelahan at sa CHED para dito po sa purpose na ito, na wag na silang mag-drop out. So, yun lang po, Mr. Chairman, let me congratulate you again for leading the charge here. And of course, to the CHED family, maraming salamat for all of these reforms na ginagawa po natin, to the Pasok family as well. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Senator Bam, for those very important suggestions and also interventions para po mas marami ho tayong matulungan and to make sure na hindi ho mawaldas po yung binibigay ho nating subsidiya. Lalo na ngayon, uso po yung mga ghost. Daming ghost ngayon, daming multo. So we want to make sure na dito po sa pagbibigay natin ng subsidiya sa mga college students ho natin ay legitimate at qualified po yung makakakuha. Thank you, Senator Bam.
Salamat to the good gentleman from Tarlac. Next to interpellate, Mr. President, is the good gentleman from Bulacan, Senator Joel Villanueva.
Our distinguished colleague, Senator Joel Villanueva, is recognized. Thank you very much, Mr. President, distinguished Majority Leader. Mr. President, may I be allowed to just ask a few questions if the distinguished sponsor would give the pleasure of responding to this representation's questions, Mr. President? Ayaw na yata ako.
Sorry, Mr. President.
Ayaw na yata, Mr. President.
I am something more than happy to receive questions to Senator Villanueva. Sorry.
Mr. President. It's 12:25 in the morning,
Thank you, Mr. President.
And we'd like to...
Apologize for the delay, Mr. President.
No worries, Mr. President. I'm just kidding. We'd like to welcome, of course, and thank the services of our fellow public servants who are here today. I've been very supportive of the new leadership of CHED under the leadership of Chairman Agrupis, and of course the SUC President Idol Tirso Ronquillo, Sir Gigi, and the rest of the CHED family, of course, Doc Gap. I'll be very quick, Mr. President. Natanong na ho kanina yung ilang mga questions natin, but perhaps let me start with the questions raised a while ago by our Senate President with regard to the implementation of the Doktor Para sa Bayan Act. This representation actually sponsored the measure here in this August chamber. Kanina nabanggit, Mr. President, yung kakulangan ng pondo. Kanina nabanggit, Mr. President, yung sa Cebu Normal University. May we know, Mr. President, how many total enrollees are there in the under the Doktor Para sa Bayan Act right now? And this, if I may ask, if we can break down the number of enrollees in every region, if the distinguished sponsor would have the information about it.
Ours, for MSRS, it's about 2,869 ang currently enrolled po.
2,869
869 per region.
Nationwide, Mr. President.
This is nationwide.
And the breakdown would be because if you recall, Mr. President, when we were deliberating on this particular measure, there are only about 4 or 5 regions in the country na meron pong state college or university offering a School of Medicine. The goal, Mr. President, after 5 years is to have at least one public school offering School of Medicine in every region, Mr. President. So, may we know, Mr. President, that first siguro, may we know if we have completed our goal of having one SUC offering School of Medicine in every region of the country?
Right now, Mr. President, there are 81 higher education institutions offering Doctor of Medicine program. 27 from SUCs and 2 from LUC. So yun po yung public. So that's for the public sector is about 29.
29 po. And
Yes.
if we look at the places where we have all these SUCs and public schools, Mr. President, lahat po ng rehiyon meron na.
Yes.
Because that is the goal of the law that we passed here, Mr. President.
If you include the private po, lahat po ng region
Yes,
except NIR.
but I think in the law itself that we passed, yung public school po, yung tinarget natin
Yes.
na SUC. So lahat po ba meron ng public school sa bawat rehiyon? Kasi, Mr. President, importante po ito dahil ito yung talagang diniscuss nating maigi. And today's, well, 29 minutes ago, birthday po nung kapatid ko, si Mayor Joni Villanueva, na inalayan ko nung araw na yun, nung pinasa natin itong panukalang batas na ito. And it's been 5 years, Mr. President.
So, Mr. President, for the public school or the public sector, lahat po ng regions meron na except for CAR, the Cordillera Administrative Region, and the NIR, Negros Island Region. So lahat po
Yeah, yung
except for
NIR
two.
is bago naman.
Bago
So,
lang, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mr. President, siguro not to belabor this particular issue, out of the 2,869 enrollees, siguro pwedeng makahingi na lang po nung
Yes, Mr.
breakdown
President.
per region, no?
We'll
Kasi
submit.
tulad kanina, Mr. President, I was listening attentively to the questions being raised by our Senate President, Tito Soto, about the Cebu Normal University. 24 lang yung bagong pasok, no? Na slots na inalat sa kanila. Sa ibang regions, ganun din po ba? Kasi because I believe, Mr. President, sa Region 7, it's only Cebu Normal University, if I'm not mistaken. So, ganun lang po ba per region would be 24? And you're talking about 2,869. Pero ito, lahat po ito hindi lang to first year hindi ba? Lahat po ito covered nung 2,869.
Yes. Yeah, Mr. President, yung 24 na pinag-usapan kanina is only new. Actually, 12 lang currently yung new. No? So we plan to increase it to double it to 24, Mr. President.
What about the Bulacan State University? Are we now offering a School of Medicine in Bulacan State University? Yes, I know the
Alam ko
answer
meron,
is yes.
yes.
May we know
I'm
how
sure
many-
meron daw kasi malaking school.
How many students are enrolled in the program right now? I think yung presidente namin si Chody is here.
Ang allotted po is 18 slots.
18 slots for
Yes.
this year.
Yes.
And the total
Mr. President.
number of enrollees in the entire Bulacan State University ay
Malaki yun.
18 ang
baka wala pa akong 50 kasi yun ang
Ilan ang... Ano ho yan? 1,000 siguro, mga 50,000 yata enrollment.
No. I'm just talking about the
18 po. 18.
18.
Yes.
18. That's the new enrollment.
For all na yun.
For all na
the
yung
current na
18.
yun. Yes.
And for next year,
They'll get the same.
another 18.
Yes.
So yun na ho yung total. And this
Kasi
is
iba-iba ho. May mga ibang school
Yeah,
mas mababa,
because
iba mas mataas.
the purpose of this representation is to find out how we can improve our programs. If you say we have only 18 and then another 18, and that's the only state university offering School of Medicine in the entire Region 3, and you look at the denominator of the entire population of Region 3, parang hindi naman po yata. And I share the frustration of our Senate President kanina because when we discuss this measure, Mr. President, there are only 3 doctors attending to 10,000 Filipinos. 3 doctors. And that is nationwide. If you actually look at the regions of BARM, BARM and then another region I remember, wala pa hong dalawa eh. Parang point something percent, 0.8, 0.9 per 10,000. Eh the United Nations, United Nations, is it UNESCO? World Health Organization, sorry, it's the World Health Organization who made mention that there's supposed to be at least 10 doctors attending to 10,000 population ratio. No? So, ngayon po, that we passed this law for the past, 5-6 years, ilan na po ngayon tayo per 10,000 population na doktor?
Mr. President, to answer your question, the first one, of course, alam ho natin ang medicine is quite costly. So ang allocation ho natin per student in terms of subsidies is 287,000 per student, Mr. President. So that's why the slots are not so big, no? But I think over time, we should, and agree with the good gentleman from Bulacan, over time we need to increase that. Kasi malaki ang necessity ho natin pagdating sa doctors and medical practitioners. So total, from the beginning,
Meron tayo kasing formula.
Yeah. we'll get the number po of scholars since the inception of the
Yeah.
project.
Yes,
We'll
yes,
get back
Mr.
to you.
Yes,
Hinahanap
Mr.
lang po
President,
yan.
thank you for that, and I appreciate the patience of our chairperson. Mr. President, it's just that when you look at the budget for this year, for 2025, we only allotted 150 million for the fund. And it's a stark decrease from the amounts we allotted fiscal year 2022, 2023, and 2024. And despite the increase in the number of higher education institutions that are offering medicine, makita niyo po, Mr. President, na parang hindi maganda yung nakikita natin na future, Mr. President. For example, Mr. President, yung seed fund. In recent years, the seed fund for the development of medical schools in SUCs has received additional funding. So, for example, right now, Mr. President, what is the threshold or factors affecting the determination of whether medical schools in SUCs will no longer need additional support through the seed fund? Kasi parang yung seed fund, every year, seed fund pa rin eh. Kailan sila titigil, Mr. President?